What a shot.
Just like it had eyes.
Oh, it was easy, really. How about another game?
No, that's enough. You're a little out of my class.
Well, what about you?
No, thanks. You got a light?
Well, sure thing. There you are.
Thanks a lot.
Say, what outfit you with?
Special Services. I'm an SS man. And don't kid me about Hitler's Schutzstaffel. This is different.
Oh, one of those gold bricks, huh?
That's pretty soft, huh? Are you kidding? I just finished 14 weeks training, and I'll probably get about 6 more weeks specialized stuff before we shove off.
Specialized stuff? What for?
Well, every soldier takes specialized training, don't he? Would you guys like to see a good movie? Follow me, gentlemen. Courtesy of Special Services. You guys want to see the real dope? Here it is, black and white. You kill those lights, will you, Paul? Here are some scenes showing a few of our activities. Well, let's start with athletics. The Army knows that sports keep a man mentally and physically fit. It also knows that some of them, like boxing, have great spectator appeal. So the Allied Boxing Championship in Algiers was arranged. Recognize the third man in the ring? That's Jack Sharkey. More Madison Square Garden for soldiers in England. It's the famous brown bomber himself, Sergeant Joe Louis Barrows, Special Services. Basketball on Bougainville. This is one of the soldiers' favorite participating sports. Competition is usually organized to start on a section or platoon level. To stimulate interest, company teams can be picked to play out a round robin for the Regimental League Championship. Volleyball works the same way. Incidentally, coaching is one of the things we learn in Special Services. Also, we're taught care of equipment. Men join the pigskin parade on a North African gridiron. Now, a novel athletic twist. A mixed softball game between WACs and enlisted men. And do the fans like it? Here's another of the Army Special Services, a PX in Alaska. Like the corner store back home, it supplies soldiers with the things they want, and at the lowest possible cost. Soft drinks, candy, razor blades, and toothpaste are but a few of the items on sale. The Army Exchange Service also puts out gift catalogs and accepts mail orders. A PX in North Africa with a little different setup. The market was combed for native goods so that soldiers could buy them at bargain prices. They're sure of getting a square deal from the Army, but there's no telling what would happen if they had to deal with the local sharpies. The difference in language, for one thing, would be quite a drawback. Looks like Corporal's going to send home a few souvenirs. Soldier entertainment on both sides of the Atlantic and Pacific is a big job. Civilian performers are booked by USO camp shows, but they're serviced and routed by Special Services Division. Famous stars of stage, screen, and radio who donate their time and talent are a big hit with the men. How many of them do you know? The foxhole circuit also has hundreds of lesser-known entertainers, and they're equally as popular as the big names. The worldwide tour of Irving Berlin's This Is the Army is making plenty of men happy. Special Services sponsored this all-soldier show. Shows of the homegrown variety are important too. Properly trained theatrical advisors and technicians know how to dig up local talent and use it to good advantage. They provide scripts and equipment and frequently have to double in brass as an actor or maybe director. These few hours of fun in a hospital at New Delhi are typical. Music is the heart of most entertainment. So bands are gotten together whenever and wherever possible. Instruction, instruments, and sheet music of the latest songs are furnished by skilled technicians. The Guadalcanal 4 are a snappy combination in anyone's book. A swimming pool is taken over to stage a water carnival. Here's a swell 1.5 twist. Comedy diving is next, and it too goes over with a bang. To top off the program, there's a bathing beauty contest. Men dressed as gals show off their faces and figures while an amused soldier crowd looks them over carefully to pick a cup winner. Competition is keen because they're all beauties. Uh-oh, Mae West with a cigar. Maybe this stuff is easier on the eyes. Look, but don't touch. Everyone likes a rodeo, so one is cooked up at Anzio. Tenderfoots, who've never been near a horse, try their luck on bucking broncos. Ride 'em, cowboy. Rest areas are a special service too. Men recuperating from battle fatigue are sent here. They get the same sort of recreation that's found at a good resort. In this country, the ever-popular Service Club is in the hands of carefully trained Army personnel. As you know, that's where most dances are held, with welfare organizations like the USO supplying the girls. Overseas, the American Red Cross takes over the detail. Some 2,000 Army libraries in the United States have good books. In addition, there are librarians who know their stuff, a result of thorough training. Reading matter overseas is another item. Specially printed hip pocket editions of bestsellers and classics are sent overseas at the rate of 50 million a year. In addition, 6 million magazines a month are shipped. In every survey, American soldiers have voted movies as their favorite entertainment. The Army Motion Picture Service runs more than 1,000 War Department theaters in the United States. Overseas, men are shown the latest releases too. Our motion picture technicians are taught to set up, operate, and repair all types of 16mm equipment. A PA system with some recorded music keeps soldiers happy while they're waiting for a screening. It's also a good thing to have along in case of a breakdown. No matter how remote a place is, the men get their movies. This crew of a special services company almost brought the projector into the foxholes. Sometimes their infantry training comes in handy. The Bougainville Roxy. Not as palatial, perhaps, as the one in New York, but an adequate movie house nevertheless. The Army can't always furnish seats, so the men bring along their own homemade ones.
was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style but no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. Then his number came up and he was gone with the draft.
The Andrews sisters dish out some boogie-woogie for the men overseas. It's a V-disc recording. Special Services is currently shipping over about 250,000 V-discs a month. Packed 22 a box, these 12-inch plastic platters are practically unbreakable. This is important because the records will bounce around plenty before they reach troops in the far-flung corners of the globe. Names in the V-disc library read like a who's who of modern American music. Benny Goodman, Bing Crosby, and Andre Kostelanetz are but a few. Men like to make things with their hands, and that's where arts and crafts come in. In hospitals, like this one at Port Moresby, it's a Red Cross function. But it's our Hobby Lobby every place else. Metalwork, leathercraft, photography, and carpentry are some of the crafts that the men enjoy. Painting, sketching, and sculpturing are the arts they go for. These murals add a definite touch to this homey rec hall in Iran. Reading, letter writing, and card playing can be more thoroughly enjoyed. Every day, on many battlefronts, the American soldier is proving himself the equal of any fighting man in the world, and then some. But the war isn't all fighting. It's sitting around, waiting, worrying, trying not to think of things left behind. That's why a soldier needs relaxation and entertainment almost as much as he needs rations. And that's where Special Services goes into action. Whether it's books, shows, movies, baseballs, musical instruments, PXs, or what have you. These things don't just happen by themselves. They're the result of proper training, know-how of a job. Maybe they're not as vital as guns, tanks, or planes, but if you want to know how important they are, ask the fighting man.